I want to talk a little bit about when did you first sense that acting was a passion of yours, but a calling from God?
Wow. Well, I started acting when I was probably 8. I was a missionary kid in Madagascar, which a lot of people know. But for those of you who don't know, I lived in dorms away from my parents, and every year we would put on about 3 plays a year, and then all the parents would come and watch them, and I would get attention, and I would be seen, and I would feel so loved, and, as who was struggling with abandonment issues, it was something that I sorely needed was to be seen, and then it developed into I didn't wanna be who I was, and so I wanted to be all these different characters, and so it was a lot of, like, kind of struggles that made me really enjoy the art of storytelling and the art of being an actor, but then it molded into, wow, this is like, God has made me an emotional person on purpose. God has actually given me these stories, that I have lived through to make me able to do these things. And it was all I could think about for years. And I tried to go to college for multiple things. I was applying to political science and to psychology, but didn't get into those. I just got into an acting college and just really felt like, okay, there's no plan B. This is what I'm meant to do. And I do feel like the Lord has really, that He has called me to it. And for many years, it was a very dry season. Like I moved to LA to gung ho pursue this. And then it was like desert land for what felt like an eternity, but it was like more like 9 years or so. And I thought, did I get it wrong? Did I not feel called to this? Am I not called to this? God, just give me the desire for anything else. I will sit and be a receptionist and work phones. And like, I don't have to do this. I just want to follow you. And I felt like He was saying, you'll get it when you're ready. Just, you'll get it when you're ready. And, that whole time I was like, okay, but I am ready, Lord. But I realized that I was ready to, this is going to sound terrible. I was ready for myself to be worshiped. I was
Mm.
not ready for Him to be worshiped. And I wasn't aware of how much my career and myself was an idol.
Mm.
And I think that I have come to a place now where I honestly just want to worship the Lord with what I'm doing. And if all He wants me to do is be a mom, or if all He wants me to do is sit at home and pray for other people, then I'm willing to do that. I just want to do what He's asking of me. And
Yeah.
so,
Well, no, that's such a great answer because it's so authentic. I think that's one of the places we all have to get to and whatever the career is, the path, right? It's like and I think that's why the question is how did you come into this your passion versus the calling, right? Cuz I talk about that all the time. It's like is it my passion or is it my desire or is it God's calling?
mhm.
And that is something that we as believers really have to think about as we navigate our careers and really take this journey. I love what you said though. There's so many things I'm thinking about going back. You've been part of many, many incredible movies. You've had so many just not only just the films that you've been in, but now you've been in television series. You just wrote a project. You just I mean, and it wasn't even that you just wrote in it. You wrote it, you starred in it, you produced it and it was the very first time for Faith Channel, and so I wanna navigate all of those, but I wanna go back a little bit just as we start to dig into this conversation is when the Lord did bring you to Los Angeles and it felt like it was a dry kind of desert season, what were some of the things that you felt like how did you plug into your community? Where did the Lord start to lead you so that as it wasn't about you being worshiped. It was really about teaching you to follow, abide, and rest in Him so that when He did bring you the things that He wanted you to have, you were able and really could look at it from a different perspective. So what were some of the things that led you to the place where you are today?
Well, community is, you hit that spot on the head. I think that one of the things that I love is that saying of opportunity meets preparedness.
Yeah.
But so I prepared a lot for for, if and when my career would one day take off. I studied and I went to acting class and I never gave that up. But I also was very intentional with my time and being a woman of my word,
Mm,
and following through and connecting with different groups. Specifically, I feel like I was very involved with the women in my world, and you really, really helped shape who I am. You helped me to discover who I am in Christ. So I give you a lot of credit for that. I'm so grateful for the women in my world.